Hey folks, I had the privilege of backing the Hellboy Kickstarter. It's by Mantic. It's just been released and you can still get the collector's box now. I have gone through and painted every single item in this, and I just want to talk to you for a few minutes about it before we get into how to play it. It's coming right up. Hey YouTube, this is Peg Tech, and in just a few minutes I've got a friend coming over to play Hellboy the board game. Oddly enough, I haven't played it yet. I've watched a lot of playthroughs, like anything that's available on the internet. I've watched a couple of those, and I've read the rules, of course, and now I'm ready to kind of put it all down and play the game with a friend. So we're going to start off with that basic introduction, and then move on to another case file. And what I'd like to do is film that and maybe share it with you guys if you're interested. But as I was saying, I did paint the entire box set, and folks, this is not a tiny box set. In fact, it's empty right now. That's why I can manhandle it like I am. It is mostly miniatures. The size of this box is directly related to the miniatures that are inside. It was quite the hefty project. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is why I backed the Hellboy Kickstarter, and what it was like to paint it, and also give you guys a little shot, like a representation of each. I'm not going to go through each and every model, but I'm going to show you like maybe the best one of each individual model, all the unique models that come in the Hellboy Kickstarter. Because I haven't played the game, and I haven't done much more than like receive the box and enjoy painting the miniatures, I don't have a lot of criticisms, like just on the face of it, just like how things went down. They delivered in a pretty decent amount of time. See, they were due in February, and I got it in April. Got it around April 12th. That's a little late, but it's not bad. That's not bad at all. Their Kickstarter did £1,454,343. That's $1,849,779 US. 12,700 backers. Of course, the retail release also came out, and as the retail game, it goes for, I think it's like $79, $80, and it only comes with just a small fraction of what's in the box. So my advice to you is, if you're interested in this game at all, you can get that initial Hellboy box if you want to just play a couple of times, maybe paint the main characters from the game and stuff. But if you think you'll really enjoy this game, you're really missing out if you don't get the entire set. There's just so much more for not even double the price, or right around double the price maybe with shipping, depending on where you get it. There's just so much more in this collector's edition Kickstarter box, and you can get it right on their website. They say collector's edition. There were things that are Kickstarter exclusives, and I don't know what they mean by that. Like, I don't know if the collector's edition has all the Kickstarter exclusives. It doesn't seem like that would be the case, but I can't say for certain. The quality of these miniatures is pretty interesting. They used like I think it's a PVC mixture, so it did have this kind of gray plastic look to it when you first pull it out, and it can be pretty intimidating. I pulled out all the Hellboys, and I painted one to kind of see how I wanted to do it. Then I filmed myself painting Horned Hellboy, and at the same time I just did his token and his other miniatures as well. I actually have one more Hellboy. I have the Christmas Hellboy that I have not assembled or painted yet, but it didn't come with a core box, so I'm not counting it. The miniatures were really good quality. They had a lot of positives to them. I noticed in the minions it sort of started to break down. There are a lot of some really heavy seams and some kind of ugly seams. I did not really trim or clean the models very much at all. I just wanted to kind of get through them. Like the hero models and the agents that you could be, I tried to spend a little bit more time on them, but I didn't go through every single Nazi and clean them up. And really, I think some of the Nazi guys were the worst of it. I saw some big gaps too, where they had obviously been assembled, and you know, maybe they weren't pushed together just right. But all these things are minimal effort really to clean them up too. One thing that I saw on Board Game Geek that people mentioned was that it comes with way too many minions, way more than you'll ever really need, and they thought it was sort of gilding the lily, or, you know, saying, oh, we're making our box thicker and thicker by just including lots and lots of these minions. Because I haven't played, I don't know how necessary all the you know, 4 rows of Nazis will be, or you know, all the harpies and the other things. Now, the harpies and the werewolves and stuff, there weren't very many of them, but boy, there's a lot of Nazis in this box. So either they go down really quick and you need to hoard them up, or they way overdid it, or they're for bigger adventures.
I just wanted to break in real quick and show you guys where I painted everything. This is my table. I've got a nice broken token rack. And I've got this cool thing that's helped me out a lot. It's called the hobby holder. This is a big one that they just did on Kickstarter that'll hold a little bit bigger miniatures. And of course, I've got the smaller one too, which I've already done a video on. Very cool little tools that help me get along. The other thing I wanted to point out is I got some doors actually separately from the campaign. Mantic has their terrain crate items, and I also got the extra cabinets and scenery too.
But as far as a painted review, I gotta say I really had a good time painting this. I thought it was a lot of fun to put together. I was a big fan of the comic books, and this is based on the comic books. It's not based on the movies, especially not the new movie, which I have a poster for, but I was really disappointed with. The older Hellboy movies were a lot better. The guy that played Hellboy did great, but I had a problem with the way pretty much the whole rest of the film went. So Jamie's going to come over. We're going to play Hellboy. Finally, I'm going to play it. We're going to play the intro game. We're going to play another game. And then we'll see. We'll give it kind of our final thoughts. All right? Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Yeah. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is why I backed Hellboy, whatever. But as I said before, I did finish painting. I painted the entire box set. This is not... But as I was saying, I did paint the entire box set, and folks, this is not